Today we are going to talk about Turkey. I hope after this brief talk that you will have a better understanding of the culture within Turkey and also their economic conditions that have taken place over the years. So let's begin. The Republic of Turkey, or as most people call it, Turkey, is located between Southeast Asia and the Middle East. It is surrounded by 8 separate countries, 2 of which being Iraq and Syria. Their flag, as you can see, is a solid red with a crescent moon and a star. Turkish is the official language of Turkey. The Kurds make up the largest minority within Turkey. Today, Turkey is mostly Muslim. They label the politics of Turkey to be a democratic, secular, unitary, constitutional republic. Today they are working with Europe to become members of the European Union. They began this process back in 2005. They say that with this process of them becoming part of the European Union and different trade negotiations that they've made, that they are slowly being influenced by the West. They currently have a constitution which governs their legal framework. They have a president, but he is mainly just for ceremonial purposes. Their prime minister is who makes all of the executive decisions within Turkey. Currently, Turkey has the world's 17th largest economy, and this is based on GDP of all these countries. Turkey's foreign policies are centralized within Europe. They have also been working on building relationships with the United States. They are part of the NATO, which they became a part of during the Cold War, and this was to build relationships with the United States during this time of hostility between the Soviets and the United States. Turkey is made up of a vast array of landscapes. As you can see in these pictures, which my brother-in-law actually took when he was in Turkey a few years back, as you can see, there are rolling green plains that are edged with snow-capped mountains. You can see that there's barren desert wasteland. And then here are some pictures of within Istanbul, Turkey's capital. Turkey is known for their earthquakes, and many people claim that their vast differences and unique shapes in their land is due to this constant movement going on under the soil. Throughout the 1900s, Turkey took a quasi-status approach with a strict government planning. There were strict government-imposed limitations over their private sector, foreign trade, and also their flow of foreign currency into Turkey. However, after more than 40 years of this type of government, in 1983, their prime minister moved away from this type of government and worked on a government that was more aimed at their private sector. He desired their economy to become more market-based. So this decision resulted in a huge economic boom. However, was followed by a recession in 1990s into the 2000s. It is said that these recessions are due to added fiscal reforms. It is also said that they're due to inflation, but all of this was caused by government corruption and control within Turkey's government. So now Turkey's inflation rate has fallen to within the single digits, which is very good for Turkey. Their foreign relations have increased and their unemployment rate has dropped. In 2005, after their economy had stabilized, they issued their new currency, the lira. These included banknotes and coins. Here is a picture of their banknotes, and here is a picture of some of their coins. Another economic benefit within Turkey is their boost in tourism. Many don't realize the importance of tourism to a country, but it's important for an economy for other countries to come in and spend their money within their country. Some of the important sectors within Turkey include banking, construction, home appliances, electronics, textiles, oil refining, petrochemical products, food, mining, iron and steel, machines, and automotive. They are actually the 16th largest manufacturer of automobiles within the world. Since they are in the runnings for to become a part of the European Union, they are able to have the benefits of being a part of the free trade agreements that take place between the European Union countries. Now we're going to take a look at the Gapminder website and see some of the trends that have happened in Turkey over the years. We're first going to look at their total GDP. As you can see from this quick clip, the United States GDP is way above all the other countries, but you can also see that there's just been a slight growth in Turkey's GDP, but it's basically stayed roughly the same over these years. Now, through Gapminder, we're going to look at total exports. So you can see over the span of time that Turkey's exports have roughly stayed the same. They've also done some weird things. They've gone back, gone up, but they've basically stayed the same. Lastly, we're going to look at Gapminder and look at total life expectancy rates for all the countries over the last 200 years. I think this is a very interesting trend. For more than 100 years, from 1800 to 1935, you can see just a stagnant growth in Turkey's life expectancy at 35 years, which is a very low life expectancy rate. So in 1935, then it made a rapid decrease to about 31 years, and then right after that, it just for the next 80 years made just basically a vertical jump in life expectancy, especially between the 1980s and 90s. It's basically just a vertical increase in life expectancy rate. It goes to 2011, and so in 2011 their life expectancy rate was 75. So this visual through Gapminder is very useful, and it shows how Turkey is improving over these past few years. You can also notice that their largest increase in life expectancy took place after they moved to the more capitalistic society, away from their very strict central government. So now we're going to move on and talk about who the people are that make up this part of the world. Who are the people that live within Turkey? 75% of Turkey's population lives within the major cities of Turkey, not in the rural parts of Turkey. The culture within Turkey greatly impacts the structure of the businesses within Turkey and their relationships with other countries outside of Turkey. So within businesses, it is crucial to understand other countries' cultures and values. If you don't know the way that they interact with one another, it can hurt your company and business deals. It's important to know this for if you were to go visit or to work in another country, or even if people from other countries where your business is located come and visit your company, then you need to know how to interact with these people. You need to know how to respect their culture and their values and beliefs. So first, within Turkey, they have a very high distance of authority within their workplace. They have a very limited span of control, which makes their superiors inaccessible to their employees. Their power is also very centralized. Employees always do what they are told and never negotiate with their superiors. And this same attitude within business is also transferred into the atmosphere that takes place within the homes within Turkey. Next, individualism is also not important within Turkey. People belong to groups and are extremely loyal. Communication is highly important, and they always try to maintain harmony. They also do not openly engage in conflict. Feedback is never direct, and nepotism is easy to find within the workplace in Turkey. Turkey also has an extremely high level of uncertainty avoidance. The people of Turkey do not want to take a risk. They're more focused on just trying to achieve what they know they can achieve. Therefore, they need rules and procedures to follow, and to avoid anxiety and worry, they tend to follow very strict rituals that they partake in daily. Currently, their inflows are very high in proportion with their country's size. Their inflows were 19 billion, but they drastically dropped to 8 billion. And this is due to the Gaza conflict, which took place during 2008 and 2009. But after this conflict was resolved, their inflows increased back up to 16 billion. This is still not anywhere close to the 19 billion, but it's better than the 8 billion that it was the year before. So this just shows how important military conflict can affect the economy within the country. Their inflows decreased by over half during this time of conflict with Gaza. So overall, Turkey is trying to succeed, and they are trying to do what's best for their people. They have moved away from their strict central government. Now they are focused on a more market-based economy. However, this is still a hard move due to their high regulations and laws imposed by their strict government. So Turkey is classified as an emerging economy. Turkey maintains a strategic location of utmost importance between Europe and Asia. They are often referred to as the most important country in the region, connecting Europe with Asia and the Middle East.